What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. This is Dregn Durant of the Yasuhiro88ch, and I hope you are all ready for a little bit more Horizon exploration. The party is ready. They had a night of some well-needed rest and relaxation as they enjoyed the luxuries of the Akiyama Hotel, courtesy of Akiyama. And well, we're about to jump in and see what the party decides to do next. So, with that, you guys may have noticed that there's a background, a little bit of an update to the channel as we try to play with some new ideas. And as I drop down here, you'll see one of the other changes as well. Here we go. Bam. Oh, apparently our chat is malfunctioning. Let's try refreshing that real quick. Cool. Looks like that is all set. All right, let's go ahead and jump in here. We'll get the game loaded in. There's all of our party members. You may notice that Maxine Beck's icon is a little bit grayed out. They will be missing tonight, unfortunately, due to some personal events, and should be back when we continue next time. So, with that though, why don't we get the party in here? Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
All right. Quickly, as we do, we'll go through a quick round of introductions for the group, and from there we'll kick off a brief recap of our previous session, as well as what has occurred thus far in Horizon exploration before we dive into it. So with that, up at the top, Sam Stonewill, played by Peter.
Hey everybody, and Dregn, digging a new background.
Yeah. And next up, we have Cadin Lumin, played by Calvin.
Hello, Cadin here, apparently the voice of reason of all fucking people.
Alrighty, let's go. Daario Cortez, played by Sergio.
Hi everyone, Daario, your resident ranger, and with Maxine out, I think I'll be your party captain for the day for the session until she returns back.
Buckle up,
Prove
yeah.
this change.
Yeah, with Maxine out tonight, we're gonna see the new hierarchy be established.
Paperwork.
All right, and last up in the group, we have Koji Akiyama, played by Corey.
Hello, hello. I'm ready to wreck the status quo.
Excuse me.
Wrestling champion.
Yeah, true. All right, well, last time on Horizon Exploration, the group had finished up some business with the Narrow Trade Company, or at least departed the Narrow Trade Company after trying to resolve an issue, having head over to the business district per Cadin's recommendation to go see their friend John Grimes, who seemed to be the type that knows some people, might be able to help them out, point them in a better direction when it comes to finding some technology and maybe addressing some questions on that Maxine had as far as taking a closer look at some of her equipment. Now, John was unavailable, so they had partook on a small errand to help out one of his employees who had mentioned that the Narrow Trade Company had left a bit of a transaction, that arrangement that they had unresolved. But on their return, there was Sam had decided to take some action, which did not work out in the favor of the party, unfortunately. And after the first full day in Fontaine, the party decided to head over to find a place to rest, a hotel of sort, to call the night and figure things out for the following day later. And where they ended up with, I forget who it was in the group that had mentioned it, but there was a suggestion that perhaps the Akiyama family would have a hotel or some sort of a place to stay that Koji might be able to help get them through the doors of. And, well, with Daario looking up on his Omni device some nearby locations within Fontaine, they had found that there was, in fact, a Akiyama hotel found at the center, roughly in the center, of the city Fontaine. And if I could remember where I put all my imagery, here we go. At the heart of Fontaine lies the Fontaine Central Library, which was visited a few sessions back, and a little bit further to the north is the Fontaine Admin District. which housed a hotel owned, or at least named, after the Akiyama family. And the party enjoyed a very interesting, relaxing, a little bit of goofing and partying had occurred. I guess drinking would be the way to put it. But yeah, they enjoyed a very comfortable evening. And the following morning, after some questions from Maxine and the party deciding, or at least thinking about what they were going to do, that is where we left off and where we will be continuing tonight as you are all preparing to depart the Akiyama Hotel.
So one thing to clarify, we talked about it, we said we figured it out later. Did we or did we not grab that paper? Because me and Maxine both thought we had, and we hadn't specifically pointed it out, so you said we hadn't. Well, that will dictate our actions. Do we or do we not have the paperwork?
So I can, let's get that sorted out. So while you guys were at Grimes' shop, they had brought out, begrudgingly, some papers. Gina, who works under John at Grimes' shop, seems to be kind of the bookkeeper, the one that keeps inventory and the one that seems very punctual when it comes to paperwork. And John had requested that you gather what materials that they had on file for this transaction, this business that they had performed with the Narrow Trade Company. And what Gina brought back were two things. One is the printout of the invoice, which they kept filed away. And they also had a 3,000-page contract that they had a physical copy of, which is what I had, in hindsight, right, made a specific mention of the size of the stack. I don't recall anyone specifically saying that they were taking that. However, I guess if we talk with the party here, we could. I'm going to have you guys make some rolls, perhaps, depending on how the group wants to handle this, to see if somebody could provide an argument that they did take the stack, the large stack. And if not, what I could work with you guys on is the invoice would be easily something that you can grab. So perhaps you grab the invoice but not the contract, or if you want to see if you would in hindsight have grabbed everything, we could talk about it.
I think I recalled I slipped and it fell into my bag.
You slipped and you fell into your bag, huh? Okay. All of it or part of it?
I was kidding.
No, I'm rolling with it, dude.
Oh, okay, sure. Just the invoice.
Okay. For the invoice.
That's all I really cared about. I was joking, but okay.
Give me a D20 roll.
Okay, shit. I was not prepared for this. I was making a joke.
You open your goddamn mouth. What do you want me to do about it?
Okay, let's see. So just flat D20,
yep.
No nothing?
Flat D20.
Okay. I wasn't prepared. Okay.
Oh, you should have been.
I was just sitting here chatting beforehand. I wasn't ready to roll. And honestly, I didn't think you'd make me roll for this. I was joking when I said it, but
I specifically said I might make you roll depending on what your argument is. I specifically said that. Well,
I literally went with like the least likely thing to happen, which was slip.
Well, let's see what happens.
Well, here we are.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, Cadin. How do I phrase your cluelessness here? So
I like how we've worded this.
As you guys were in that office and Gina had brought out all the papers, the large contract, right? Again, unless someone can give me an argument, is likely too much for any of you to specifically think at the moment to have picked up. However, Cadin, being kind of the absent-minded one that you can be, we're going to go ahead and say that when the papers were there, you had kind of just, without a thought, taken the contract printout, the one that looked very similar to the invoice that, or not the contract, the invoice, excuse me, that looked very similar to the copy that you guys were handed previously. This one, however, looks like it has some handwriting on it. Actually looks like it was used with ink and not printed. So it seems like it might be the original. And you just, when you guys were leaving, you kind of just tucked it away and completely forgot about it. But you'll remember that, oh, wait a minute, I have this.
Well, shit. Okay, that works. So apparently I'm incompetently competent.
Yeah, yeah. It was a unnecessary coincidence, but that it worked out. And on the flip side, right, through Sam's actions, you guys definitely have the data drive, the hard data drive or whatever, that was yanked out of the computer, or not the computer, but the terminal housing that Gina was in the midst of working on when she was interrupted last time.
All we need to do is make a copy of the digital stuff then, guys.
Can we can we do that here?
Maybe we need like some sort of somewhere to store it. We can put it on my Omni device. I guess I never used the damn thing.
I thought we wanted to keep the stuff off the Omni devices.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if we could find another option. That's what we had at the time.
Yeah. Well, I think
Any room service hard drives?
I think one of the things as well too was with that I think as long as we kept the Omni device off, I don't know if into some airplane or space mode, I think that was part of a potential option we can do as well too. But I mean, do they have some type of, maybe some type of electronics shop that maybe has a port that we can connect to?
Yeah, like that's our only thing left, and then we can handle this in. Because me and Maxine were both thinking of keeping a copy, and I feel like it's a good idea, just in case we ever need some leverage.
Well, here, let's try this. Sam is going to go over and I don't know, pick up the phone to dial.
Sure.
We're gonna ask. And I'll dial it and see who picks up.
Yeah, you go to pick up the phone and you push a button to try to get it to dial, and on the other side, hello, is this the Akiyama resident?
This is the Akiyama party.
Yes. What can we help you with today, esteemed guests?
We've got some files we need copied. Is there like a business center here, or someone who could do this for us?
We do have a location on the 3rd floor, business area, which has some terminals that can be used for our patrons. If you wish to use those services, you do have access.
Is that open now?
It is open all day.
I cover one like receiver end, and I towards the other guy say, they've got a business center.
Sweet. Is that what we need?
They said they can make copies down there of files.
Sounds good. Let's head there.
All right, I go back to the receiver. Thank you. We'll head down there in a little bit.
Our pleasure. Please give us a call again if you need anything else.
Sam was more polite than I expected. I thought he was just going to hang up without saying anything.
I do hang up the phone.
Okay, yeah. Well, with that, Daario?
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, so it seems like we have an option then. Seems like it'll be something that, at least something we can try.
Sweet, okay, 3rd floor. That's down, right? I think we're on the top floor, if I recall.
Yeah. Skyline's actually really pretty.
The Aurora looks good from up here. The green Aurora Borealis.
Do we see past Fontaine? Like, do we see how nice Fontaine is, and then past it is all like shitty outlines?
Well, green crystals is what you're going to see if you're seeing outside the walls.
If you are looking for that, I'm going to have you give me a perception roll.
Ooh, my special eyes.
You do have a height disadvantage, though, so we'll see. Yeah, there it is.
We're all looking from the 6th floor. You're really just considered on the 2nd floor because of your height?
Yeah, so, Sam, you guys are very high up in the high-rise here, right? I believe I said it was in, like, the 30th floor out of the 32 or 34 that exists here. And as you are all looking out into the skyline with Koji's little mention of how nice it looks, Sam, your perception of the outside is a bit blocked with other high rises, the distraction of flying intercity vehicles, doesn't quite give you a good view outside. Not to mention, the farthest that you seem to be able to kind of focus on are these perimeter large mineral formations that are pretty much the same size, if not larger, than much of the high rises in the center. From Koji and Cadin's point of view, you guys will also see much of the same, but being a bit more perceptive, or we're being a bit more observative here, what you guys are going to also notice is that kind of towards the center of what appears to be the various districts, there are several like high rises that seem to act as kind of the node of the district, and the surrounding areas, the further you get from that center, does appear to the height of the structures do appear to kind of settle down more closer to ground level. And then when you get to the perimeter of the city, you start to see past the farther skylines that there are again those large jutting structures of the green kind of emerald-like minerals that jut out, and you guys will notice the pattern that it does kind of create a bit of a circular barrier around Fontaine. But anything past that is going to be a bit obscured through just everything in between that's in the way.
Okay, one of these times, guys, we need to look into those freaking crystals. I need to know what those are.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, like, do any of us know what the deal with those are?
I don't think we do, unless someone's been holding back. As far as I know, they're mysterious green crystals that cancel out my abilities as well as protect the area from catastrophes.
It sounds like something somebody more sciencey than me should look into.
Yeah, I don't think we have time for it right now, but I think it should go on the list for when we do have time.
We have a list?
If we don't, we should.
Koji kind of nods his head. Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't drop this entire quest we're on and go on a sidetrack?
I kind of love the idea of doing that, and Maxine coming back to us doing like the entire wrong thing from which she left. We had one job, and she gets back, and we're like, "Oh, we found a pretty rock." I think we should finish what we started.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got paid to do a job. We should at least like finish it.
Yeah, exactly. So if we got the invoice, I don't think we need the contract, because he sent them the contract. So I think that's fine. I think we just needed this.
Oh, I agree.
No, that sounds like a plan.
I guess we'll find out if they have a photocopier. Probably not. Who has a photocopier anymore? And
Why don't we?
Scanner, I guess, would work, right? Something like that.
Well, I guess once we go down there, I guess we'll find out.
Only one way to know. And Koji just kind of takes off.
As you guys are preparing to take off, you do hear the door prematurely open, and you see Maxine was standing there, and looking back to you all,
We totally weren't talking about you.
I have some corpo shit to deal with. Can you guys take care of the copying, and I'll catch up with you all in a little bit.
Sure, we could totally get that done.
You can trust us.
Maxine, looking very skeptical, gives a reluctant nod. Okay.
Sam just has a giant smile, thumbs up.
Dude, we're saying it, and I even feel sketchy trusting us.
But Maxine will give her usual just, this is a bad idea look, and kind of quickly walks down the hall towards the elevators as you guys wrap up and prepare yourselves to depart as well. All right. Well,
Crap. Did she take the keys?
keys.
For the vehicle.
Ooh, that's a good point. That is a
She was the one driving.
good point. I'll tell you what.
Even if she doesn't, none of us know how to drive.
That's a very good point, too. I don't
Give me a
or
group
you can
D20
drive.
roll.
Like all of us, or
All
one
of you
person
guys
who's bad?
D20.
$13.
Ooh. Daario with the 20.
That's a nat one.
Cancels
Wow,
out.
interesting.
So I will
So,
punch the car.
what do I see here? So we got a nat 20, a nat 1, a 13, and a 19. Overall, not super helpful, but the average is higher than not. So we'll say that Maxine did leave the keys on the counter, and you guys will find it there.
I'll drive, and then I jump up and grab the keys.
Well, I think first we got to make the copies, right, in the business center.
Yeah, good idea. So, we'll make our way down to the 3rd floor, unless anyone else has anything else they want to do.
Not really.
No, good on my end.
Okay. With that, you all make it out. Maxine, as you, or at least as you all head out to the hallway, Maxine is gone from sight. And when you get to the elevators, one quickly appears, almost as if it was waiting there for you. And you all get in, punch in the 3rd floor as you use your key card to activate the elevator. And a few seconds later, you are on the 3rd floor as the elevator opens.
Is there a sign that says where the business center is, either pointing left or right, or somewhere on the floor?
Sure. As you get out into the 3rd floor and look about, there does seem to be a large kind of, what's the word, a foyer, where you can see down into the 2nd and 1st floors, down into the lobby. It's actually quite nice here. A large, almost like a sakura blossom that seems to be adorned on one side that you couldn't quite see when you were in the lobby originally. But on the 3rd floor, you see the leaves indoors, kind of, you're around the height of where the leaves would be, and looks quite nice. But
Better be nice for the price we're not paying.
true. But as you look about, there is a plaque that does point to the one direction, convention hall, and another direction, business center.
That way, I guess?
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You guys will make your way to the business center. There seems to be a key card to activate it. You put your key card up against the terminal next to the door, and it beeps and opens. As we walk inside, you see there are not only kind of a central area where people are sitting at terminals, some people are at desks kind of reading and doing work, and there seems to be several secondary kind of rooms that are have doors and like a glass window that you can look into, and looks like there are some people in here, many of them wearing suits or some sort of what look to be kind of a more semi-professional attire, who are working about. And within this room, you do find that there are a few open terminals and a couple of rooms available. It seems quite fairly large for a business center at a hotel area.
If I was stronger, I kind of wish someone picked Koji up and used him to like scan the keycard. Like he had it on him, and you smush him against the wall to get the keycard to open. For
Listen, you need to know your limits here, man.
I did it. I just, someone else in the party could possibly try it.
Is Koji a 4-year-old child?
Yeah, Koji is the one that lifts here.
Yeah.
No, I would like to see something like with Sam,
No, you can try, and I hold my hammer out.
I guess this is something.
Sam's just T-posing, waiting.
Upsies.
Just yeah, up.
Daario walks to one of the open stations.
Yeah. Terminal prompts on, and on the screen you see a prompt to log in, and right below it you see an option to log in with Omni account, and there doesn't really seem to be much prompting you outside of that.
By the way, Sam's gonna use a different terminal.
Sure. There is another terminal that you can get to.
When Daario tries to use the regular login, is it? I guess he's gonna try to do that first.
Okay. What would you try to log in with?
Is it like a username and like a password that the fields are showing, or just say like room number? Or
Sure.
it doesn't provide any
Computer
information.
-1.
Yeah. So
The password's admin.
the login is going to have. How can I depict this? Let's go with. Oh, back your screen. All right. So the login screen is going to have. I guess we'll put it maybe somewhat below. All right. Let's see if I can draw this out real quick. So login screen has a very simple prompt here. What you're going to find.
UI design now too?
Shush.
Oh my god.
So you're going to have a login field, and it's going to have an entry code field. And then off to the right, you're going to see a symbol that looks to have a almost like a credit card look to it. And you're also going to see another box below that, which has your login with Omni iconography and a login button below the entry fields here. And as far as the fields go, let's see, do I have the option for text in here? I don't know if I do. I do. Nice. So what we could do is, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but this will be something on the effect of user, and then below it we'll have something like entry code.
Who's using the group machine?
What do you mean?
Like which one of us is sitting down? So Sam's on separate one.
I went off the zone. I haven't done anything yet because I don't know how to work these things.
Yeah, so Daario's at a terminal. Sam went to a terminal. That's the login screen that you guys both see.
Koji's gonna kind of lead over to Cadin. Who are we following?
Sam?
The Sam.
Sam seems to know what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
You all
he's a
take that
technician,
copy?
right?
I'm just gonna send a quick message.
Oh.
How do you do that?
Sam logs in with his Omni device.
Okay.
Clicks that button to log in.
Sam, you click the button to log in with Omni, and your terminal on your wrist gives a little blip, and you get a prompt that says, nearby device asking for... Oh, did we lose Daario?
We did.
All right,
He jacked in too hard.
Yeah, he went in too deep. The mainframe. All right, but you'll get a prompt on your terminal, basically asking, do you wish to grant access to the nearby terminal? Confirm, deny.
I confirm, accept.
Okay, and as soon as you hit confirm, the terminal in front of you lights up, and you see a name at the top right. Welcome, Sam Stonewill, and you now have access to the terminal here.
I want to open up like a email type messaging system.
Okay, yeah, you could access the OmniNet for the messaging.
I'm gonna email not the ship I was on, but my whole plan of cure. Like probably someone back there, maybe like a superior officer or person that was in charge of my team.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you do have some people that you were working under before you were set out on your little expedition with this crew that has since gone
Email
missing.
the ombudsman.
Yeah, basically.
We're gonna CC accounting.
Yeah, yeah. No, never CC accounting. Never tell them. I type in, this is Sam Stonewill. I kind of got separated from my ship. I've been trying to connect them, but I think I have a faulty connection on my device. I'm currently on a city in Fontaine in Aurora Green, the planet, just below Boris Station. Trying to get off this planet and get reconnected to my ship. If you could send any help, any direction, I'd be open to it. and then enter a couple times. Looking forward to hearing from you, Sam. And then send.
Okay. Now, you had your little crew that you were with, that you got separated from, and back home, this would be, would you go for like the person who was in charge of your group, or would you try to go for someone higher?
No, the person who was in charge of my group, I wouldn't step over them to do this message.
Okay, understood. Makes sense. All right, message was sent, and you wait a little while, maybe even looking over to the group, and this time you do not get an immediate reply that the message was unable to be delivered. Seems like this one has cleared for now.
And then I'll log off the machine.
Okay, and log off. Terminal resets back to where it was when you walked up to it, and
I unpaired the connection to my Omni device as well.
Sure. Let's see if Daario... Okay, looks like I got a text message. Okay. Daario did unfortunately lose his internet for a little bit here, so... Does anyone else have something they'd like to do while you guys are waiting? If
I
not...
will try to figure out this, however to work this thing.
Okay.
I'm not totally inept with technology. Like, I was born in the century, but I just haven't interacted with it for like 15 years. So it's like a lot of software updates since I've last year.
Sam will just talk over to the other unit, just click where it says login on your Omni device, and you'll get it.
Do we want to keep it off the Omni device though?
Yeah, don't we want this to be like anonymous? Wasn't that the whole point of?
Is there a login as guest?
Is there?
Not on the screen.
No, not an option.
Is there a login code anywhere around the terminal?
Yeah, I'll check the desk. Is there any like login codes on the desk?
1 second. Let me...
It's scratched down. There's only gang signs on there now.
Yeah.
That stylized S everyone draws in their textbook.
As you look around, Cadin, give me a perception roll.
With super advantage, right?
It's your result is
12.
likely to succeed here. Yeah. With the 12, as you look around for some kind of instruction, you will find that behind the terminal up on the wall, there is like a screen that has some instructions that simply says, unless you've been given a entry code, please log in with an available Omni ID. If an Omni ID is unavailable, you may also log in as a guest using your room keycard.
Oh, sweet. Okay, we'll do that. I feel like it's still kind of tagged to us, but a little less so than our Omni device.
All right, so you will kind of do what with your card?
Whatever the instructions say there, so use your card and your room number to log in, so I will attempt to do that.
Okay.
Whether we succeed or not, we'll find out, but we'll attempt it.
Your perception's good enough. So I'll give you a little bit more here. What you do is there's some pictures on there as well that kind of flips through as you gander at the screen for a little bit longer. What you'll find is that it depicts the key card being placed on this terminal screen. And
okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, the following picture just shows it. Oh, it's logged in. So as you try that, placing your room card up against the terminal window, you hear a little beep come from the terminal, and the login prompt disappears, and you are now logged in. And at the top right, you see, welcome, Koji Akiyama.
Oh, well, Koji, this might fall on you if we get caught.
Ah, it's fine. I can take them.
Okay, I will attempt to hook up this device we have and make a copy of it.
Okay. As you go to look at the connectors that are available on the terminal here, I'm gonna have you give me another intelligence roll.
Another intelligence roll, you say?
Yeah,
Just
well,
straight
a
code?
intelligence roll. Yeah, because you don't have
Or like okay.
you don't have the proficiency from last
This is
time.
not a combat encounter. Why can't I roll? Sorry, wait. Currently viewing that. It won't let me roll.
Should let you roll.
Intelligence. There is no active combat encounter in your current viewed screen, is what it says.
Huh?
So
That's
click
just funny.
that's what it says when you click on intelligence.
Yeah, I click intelligence, and there is no active combat encounter in your current viewed scene.
That's weird.
It's +2.
Time to fight the computer.
Huh.
I'll just do this. It's +2, so whatever this is +2, it's 10.
What did you just roll?
It's 10.
Oh, gotcha.
My total's 10.
Gotcha. Okay, that works.
For whatever reason, it's not working.
It almost sounded. Are you sure you were rolling intelligence and not initiative?
Yeah. Oh, I might have been. Oh.
All right. I'm like, why would it complain about combat? That's weird. All right. Anyways, we figured it out. All right. So with the roll of 10, Cadin, you are once again kind of looking at the terminal, looking at the hard drive, the data drive that has these wires. And then from a previous, I believe the previous night, you guys had talked about the data drive, and the connector did appear to be kind of an older technology that wasn't standard for the Omni devices that you guys have on your person. But within the business center, you do find that there are connectors that look to have the same kind of port shape as what is dangling from the data drive, and you try to plug it in and it sure does connect.
You know how sometimes you see like charging stations that have like 5 different
Yeah.
types of phone chargers? I imagine just like 50 different connectors.
Yeah, it's a little tidy, but that's what I had in mind.
Okay, sweet. It worked. Okay, now to copy the files. I don't know how this. I'll attempt to figure it out. I don't know what you envision for the interface, but I'll try and figure it out however it works.
Okay, and for the sake of navigating this stuff, which is all fairly newer to you, I am going to make you roll once again.
Yep, I had a feeling. Just intelligence again, or?
Yep, just intelligence again. Oh, nice.
Oh, nat 20.
All right. With the nat 20, what you're going to be able to do is when you go to connect, you're going to get a prompt that says, what would you like to do with this device? And there's some options that say, open, copy, backup.
Out of curiosity, when I copy it, maybe I don't know, but where does it go? Because I don't think I put like another drive or anything, right?
Why don't you try it and find out?
Oh boy. Okay. Sure. They have like a gift center where you can buy like little hard drives that says "I got this is Koji Akiyama's," or not Koji, at the Akiyama Hotel. I went to the Akiyama Hotel and all I got was this hard drive.
Yeah, a little data drive with some graphics on it. It's the I Heart Akiyama.
Yeah, I heard Akiyama. Yeah.
But yeah, you have some prompts. It looks like there's a little message that opens up with how do you want to react, or how do you want to act with this thing that you just plugged in.
I'll try and copy it.
Right. You select copy, and the prompt then changes to please insert source to copy.
Source. That's already plugged in. Source to copy.
Or sorry,
right?
Please select source to copy.
Oh. Okay. How big's the entire drive?
How much shit's
I
on
don't know where he filed this shit.
The drive itself, let's see here.
Do I just copy the entire thing? Is that doable?
Grimes actually never deletes anything.
You through the prompting, right? You will find that the drive itself does appear to be at like 89% capacity, And when you click on copy, the prompt, or when you select the data drive that you plugged in, the next prompt that comes up is going to say, please select copy target.
Before I do that, just because for time's sake, because it would take forever and I might not need anything, I'll just try to do like a search for freaking Narrow Trade Company and like refine the search a little bit from just the entire drive to anything to deal with them, basically.
Okay. Sure. You do a search to try to filter before proceeding, and you will find that there does appear to be some kind of like a folder structure, a directory structure that is pointing to, that is titled for Narrow Trade Company.
Okay, let's see if I can find like a matching copy of this invoice I have in my hand then, I guess. Is there a lot of files, or is it like, oh, there's like 6, and it's easy to go through?
When you open up the Narrow Trade Company file, you'll find a digital record of the business transaction, the invoice, as well as a very large file that when you kind of cursor over it, does seem to say something like 3,897 pages or some shit.
Oh, so that's the contract you signed. I'll just take that entire folder for Narrow Trade Company.
Okay. And then when you select that as the source, again, the next prompt is going to ask you for a target.
Is there somewhere nearby that has like, I can get you, Koji or oh, Daario's not technically here. Someone, yeah. Can you see if we can find like some sort of drive to put this on?
This would actually be very obvious as you look around. There is a kiosk that is kind of near the entrance that you walked into, off to the side, that you didn't quite notice. That seems to sell a bunch of cables, headphones, data drives, all sorts of little knickknacks and gadgets that you could easily go up to, and looks to be like a vending machine, basically.
Oh, sweet. Can one of you guys get me like a drive?
Yeah, sure. And Koji will walk over.
Does he punch the thing?
Koji, when you walk up to it, you do find a very large kiosk. It looks much like one that you might find in an airport terminal, if you've ever seen those large kind of technology kiosks that they have a bunch of gadgets in. If not, think of a typical like soda vending machine, but maybe twice the size.
Yeah, I kind of get the idea. Yeah. Is it like open space, or is it more like you punch in numbers and something comes out?
You punch in, or you choose a selection. There's buttons at the location of the items that you can see through what looks to be like a monitor. It doesn't seem to be like a piece of glass that you can see inside. It's all depicted through a screen, and you select what you want. It's a huge touch screen, basically.
I'm gonna select the hard drive, or whatever looks to be the hard drive with the biggest number on it.
Sure, you do that, and the largest drive is gonna run ya. What is it gonna be? It's gonna be 180,000 credits.
I want to clarify, not necessarily the biggest size, but whatever has like the largest number on it.
The largest number. Yep, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
He gets the name brand one.
So if it's like 24 terabytes versus like 120 something megabytes.
Terabytes. That's like megabytes for us.
So,
but yeah,
by Dre.
Jeez, shut up. All right, you will pick up the largest data drive, and what comes out, it looks like an SSD that is cut in half long ways and is about the thickness of a camera SD card.
All right, Koji will probably pick out a cable that looks like it matches and then make his way back over.
Okay, sounds good. You sure do. And Cadin, Koji walks up and...
There you go, man.
Okay, I attempt to plug it in.
All right, when you plug it in, a new source has been found, and it appears in the target selection box for your copying efforts.
Sweet, okay. Give her a go. And activate.
All right. When you go ahead and activate, the you complete the kind of selection by selection prompting that pops up, and a minute or so later, it finishes copying everything to your new data drive.
Sweet. Okay. Done.
And when you look at the data drive usage, it says less than 1% in use.
So overkill. It's fine. Let's just get a moving van to move these files at this point. Like,
A moving van?
yeah, that's the same equivalent, right? Just so much extra space. Okay, I guess we'll pack up here. We got anything else we need to do before we head out? Oh! I want to make a copy of this. This invoice. Oh, actually, there's a digital copy on the drive, wasn't there?
There was.
Okay, that's. Did it have all the notes on it and stuff too? Like they scanned it in, kind of thing.
Wait, what do you
Like
mean?
the hand notes that he had written on it. Like he had written on it.
No, it doesn't. It looks to be just like
okay.
the digital copy. In fact, it almost looks as though the printout that you're holding that has the handwriting on it is the original that Grimes' shop had filled out.
Okay. I want to make a copy of this somehow. What kind of equipment is in this booth? Is there something that could copy a physical piece of paper? I don't know if they still use these nowadays.
You look around and all you see are kind of these terminals and the kiosk for items to purchase. As far as something that looks to be old school enough to do a photocopy,
Well, even like a camera to take a picture of it, or like a. I guess I can do the Omni device.
yeah,
Does
the
the terminal have a camera?
terminal does not have like a photo center.
Not necessarily like a photo center, but like just like I imagine you have to input physical data to this thing somehow, like a scan something or a I don't know.
Okay, I have an idea what you're looking at. So the closest thing that you spot in this room is in the back where there are no rooms, almost like where an office cooler might have gone in once upon a time. You find a desk that's laid out where there are some notepads and pens that people might still be using today for like kind of napkin notes. But you also find something that looks very akin to like a 3D printer.
Huh? How is this supposed to help? A 3D printer. Does it print 2D stuff?
When you walk up and kind of examine the device, you see the name at the top, and it says OmniScanner 4000X.
Do any of you know how this thing works?
Are you shouting that to everyone?
you're
or just
shouting
your
that out?
party?
I'm just yelling back to the other group.
Son, hey, would you keep it quiet? I'm on the business line here.
I don't think I've ever been in one of these rooms, man. Koji will shout back.
Yeah, and I'll get off my terminal. Logged off and all done. I'll walk over to where Cadin's at. You trying to scan this piece of paper?
Cadin?
Sorry?
Are you trying to scan this piece of paper?
I'm trying to get just a copy of it somehow. Like, I don't care how.
A physical copy or saved to your device?
Either would work. Save would probably be better.
Well, hand it over here.
I give it to him.
Place the paper in where I think you would place objects to scan.
Okay, you place the piece of paper in the center of this kind of, again, looks like a large 3D printer kind of area. And as soon as you place the object, the screen next to it turns on to life. And would you like to make a 3D render of this object?
So looks like we can make another physical copy, the same one.
That works.
Okay, I push yes.
As soon as you press yes, it asks where would you like to send this render. Please select terminal number below or insert a source or a target.
Oh, looks like we might be able to save it onto a device. Do you have something to save it to?
I waved the hard drive that Koji got me, Adam.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. Take that and plug it in.
All right. Yeah, you plug it in, and then it recognizes it. It auto defaults to it, and you confirm it. And with that, it says job complete, and there is now a render available on your drive as well.
What's the usage size now on our on our device?
Oh, it still says less than 1% in use.
Cool. That's the thing we're going to track the most of this entire journey.
Yeah. See, traditional D&D, you have magic bags. In this one, you have a magic data drive.
Yeah.
You just need to like pair it with like an actual like really quick 3D printer, and it's just like a bag of holding. Like I reach into my hard drive and I print out a sword.
That's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah, exactly. You act like it hasn't been discussed.
I just love the wording idea. Be like, I reach into my hard drive and pull out a sword, and it's just like, huh?
Oh man.
I pull the file up on the hard drive and send it to 3D printer, and then I have a sword, right? Like.
Only when you jack in. All right. But you guys have now a copy on a new drive after connecting to the terminal, and then you have a whatever a 3D render is supposed to mean of a piece of paper, but yeah.
Sweet, okay, so I guess we can kind of turn this shit in now, right?
Yeah. I've done everything I need to do here.
So I guess the question finally is, did Maxine take the vehicle? Did we decide on that?
No.
Yeah, she left
I
the
got the
keys.
keys.
Oh, she left the keys. Okay, so then we can drive over to the Narrow Trade Company and hand the stuff into them.
We should be able to, yeah.
It's a good idea. Let's head out.
Are we doing like disguises again, or?
Well, I think we'll put a regular disguises back on, although Sam didn't have one. Are you going to be a vlogger again, Sam, or do we need to get you a uniform?
Or you can stay outside, I guess. Wasn't really part of the party when you guys met this guy.
I mean, neither was I.
Yeah, but we got you a matching uniform, though.
I mean, could he just use Maxine's?
I think the sizing's a little off. We could probably stop by and pick you something up if you want to come.
Well, I think I could just walk in. Just be with you guys.
We're hiding our faces for a reason. Hence the helmet. If you want to get a uniform, you can, or if you want to wait into the car, you can. It's up to you, Sam.
So how about this? How about you guys think about it? And let's take a break. I know it's a bit early for a break, but I want to go see. I'm gonna try giving a call to our buddy who's having the internet problem. See if his message makes it sound like it's not gonna be back until when we usually wrap up our campaign night. So yeah, with 2 players out, I'm depending on his situation. It might be more prudent to maybe, instead of taking the break I talked about next week, maybe call tonight early. Maybe we'll continue next week anyways. But yeah, let's take a short little break here to figure that out. I'm going to give them a call, see what's up, and we're already down to Maxine. So yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing tonight, and we'll be back maybe in about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll see how long this takes. So does that sound all right?
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
works.
We'll be right back, everybody. And yeah, hang tight. Announcement soon on if we continue tonight or not. And yeah, BRB. All right, welcome back. So here's what we are deciding to do. So it looks like Daario's internet has gone offline for an unknown period of time, and it may take upwards of the entire session, at least based on their estimates. So I think what we have decided is we are going to postpone the remainder of tonight. The party has made it downstairs the Akiyama Hotel. They have managed to make copies of the documents that they had taken or received from Grimes' shop and are about to embark on heading over to the Narrow Trade Company to wrap up this business once and for all. Maxine did step away briefly to go deal with something. She said that she would catch up with the group before they left. Maybe murder. And, well, we'll find out next time as we call episode 20 a bit short. And I think next time we continue, we'll call it something like an episode 20.5 or something like that. But with that, sorry guys out there who were looking forward to it. We are, again, due to unforeseen circumstances, cutting tonight short. And we'll be back very soon, either probably in 2 weeks. Announcement will go out at some point once I make my decision with the party here. And for those tuning in, thank you guys for joining as always. And as always, till next time, take it easy.
Peace.
Bye.